Can you turn that over a little bit? We're blinded over there. You wanted to make sure Bill said you were telling him what good stuff. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're going on the level. We're not going to take a hug. We're going to have a good time.
Well.
You know, when I was working, I retired and then they called me back to fill in sometimes. One day they called me. I went in the office. I'm trying to pick it up, there's no receipt. There's a telephone ring, I can't find it. So I'm looking behind here. I'm there early in the morning. I said, well, I must be my candid family because I can't find a receiver. Well, come find it. They're pulling these things out. Taking the receivers home and stealing it. So every night they put them in the house and they're off. And I didn't know this. So finally, someone said to me, we've been trying to get that. I can't find it.
Don't worry. That's the best way to do it. You want to sing it? Great question, George.
Excuse me, folks. How's everything going here tonight?
Oh, everything is fine. This is a great affair.
Yeah, do you think
especially for Sam Spilos.
That is the guy's name, isn't it?
One of the greatest guys I've ever met in my life.
Wait a minute. Come on, you got to look at the camera for me. Over here, hand up. That's it. How long have you known Sam?
I've known Sam for about 8 years. And every one of those 8 years has been one adventure after another. Because Sam he's an actor in himself.
I'm sure everybody's going to ask you, sir. They're probably curious. How did you ever get your mustache to go like that? Are you taking after Judge? What's his name? Judge Garrity, is that it?
No, not George Jerry. But this is something that I grew myself because my father came over from Russia. Wearing, I have a picture of him with a mustache like this, and I said if I lived long enough to grow one, I would.
You're going to do it.
And I did it.
All right. How about some parting wishes here for Sam, ma'am?
I wish him well. I wish him a long life and happiness.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can't get these folks in over here. Excuse me. Come on over here just a minute and tell us who you are.
Margin Joe Garino.
How you doing, Joe? And this is your wife?
Very good. Yes, this is my wife.
What would you like to say to Sam out there and just tell us how he enlightened your life a little bit here?
Sam has did a terrific job. He really has.
Yeah.
He knows when to push and when not to push.
When to push, when not to push. Well, that's something nice, huh? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Let's see if we can't talk to these folks over here. Excuse me. How about looking into the camera there and saying hello to Sam? That's why we're all here tonight, right?
Sam.
Who's Sam? You guys know who Sam is? Sam Spilos.
Who's up there with a pole?
Hi, Sam. Hey, Sam. Remember me? Where would Sam remember you by? How would he remember you?
As a part of Simeon.
Simeon. And what is that, sir? For the people who don't know out there.
In one of the consistory shows.
Okay.
Yeah. And also his place of business.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Once again, we'd like to remind you, if you have any favors, please ask them.
Excuse me, folks, while we've got you there nice and close, how about leaving us some nice wishes there for Sam?
Right.
Sure.
We wish you the very, very best, Sam, in your retirement.
How long have you guys actually known Sam? Do you remember? Can you give us a count on the years?
10 or 12 years.
10 or 12 nice ones, I'm sure.
They go by
George
very
Wilkins.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, maybe we can get you folks to dance on over here just for a second and say hello to Sam on the video, because there's a little something special we're doing for him tonight.
Sam, it's awfully good to be here with you.
All right. How about you there, ma'am?
Oh, yes, we're enjoying it, and we're so proud that Sam can have an evening like this.
Fantastic. And who is this gentleman? How you doing, Mitch?
How are you?
Not too bad. Nice to meet you. Bob Dreisig. You having a good time tonight?
I am having a wonderful time.
Tell us, if you had one thing to say to Sam, what would it be?
God bless you.
God bless you. Tell us how he enlightened your life, just for...
I was new to this when we came on, and he has been very patient and shown me a lot.
He's a good teacher.
On a stage, I have come a long way.
Fantastic.
And I love it.
That's fantastic.
And
Thank
I
you.
love him.
Can we get you over here a minute? We've got this lady here taking some pictures. Come over here just for a second.
No, if you take a picture with me, you have to take it with my little brother.
Is this okay? Come on over. Come on over. I want you to just give me some wishes here in the videotape for Sam. I think this is the man we're honoring tonight right here. Come on in. This is your son. Sam, nice to meet you. Bob Dreisig. We're doing a little videotape here. Little surprise. You got to look into the camera though, ma'am. What did you want to say to Sam here?
I'm not nervous enough.
No, Kiss. Watch out. There's a couple of Greeks here, too.
This is the main man here tonight, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. What do you want to say there to Dad, huh? You got some wishes for Dad here?
Yeah, best wishes.
All right. Thanks. Excuse me. Can we get you folks to dance on over here and give us a little something special to Sam? Leave him on the video here.
Sam and Lil.
A little.
Yeah, we want to just congratulate you for your, I don't know how many years this is that he's been directing these degrees, but we want to thank you for all the good times that we've had together and look forward to still seeing him in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, that's it. She's snapping away here. Come on over here a minute, folks. How are you today? You don't mind if I take over here, do you? What you have to do is, can I get on this side? Can I get on this side? Stay right there. What you got to do here is you've got to look into the camera over there, and you've got to just tell us a little story or something about Sam that. What's he going to remember most about you guys? That's what we need to know. I'll hold that, sir. Go ahead.
Sam, they said you never had a dinner, and tonight you have a dinner.
And Sam, you're one of my favorite people, as is Lil, and you deserve whatever accolades come your way.
Anything
You
else,
are a
sir?
super guy.
Sam,
He's family.
pardon
Sam
me?
is family.
Go ahead.
Sam, just stick with old Mo and he'll take care of you.
Little inside one there. Okay, thank you. Excuse us, folks. Before we get you dancing on off here, come on over here just for a second. They were going to sneak away, but we got them here. You've got to look into the camera here.
I'm camera shy.
You're a little camera shy, are you? But just tell us a little. What are these pins for? Maybe you can tell me a little something about these pins. Pardon?
Decorate the body.
To decorate the body.
That's right.
There's got to be something else behind those pins.
Oh, you bet your life there is. This is a great farming organization. Yeah, we grow all kinds of potatoes.
Thank you very much. Excuse us, we've got... Sir, excuse me for 1 minute over here. This is it. We got Charlie here? Charlie? What can you tell me about Charlie?
Charlie, right? He's a great stage coordinator right there.
Stage coordinator Charlie right here, folks. Charlie. Now, Charlie, you're the stage man. You know where to look at the camera.
Right over there.
Look at the camera, Charlie.
Right up to the mic.
Charlie, wait, you got to turn to the camera. Charlie's used to behind the scenes, I guess.
All right. Sam was a terrific guy to work with.
Yeah, he was.
He did a good job, and we're going to miss him, believe me.
All right. Is your wife here?
That's my wife, Barbara.
Would you like to say a little something to him?
Good luck to Sam.
All right.
Thanks.
And what is this? We're checking on everybody's pins tonight. And what is your pin?
That's the shrine pin.
Okay.
I'm a lieutenant colonel of the uniform unit of Aleppo Temple.
Okay, there you have it. Pin number 2. We're going to find another pin over here. We've got these folks. Excuse me. We've got this gentleman over. Could you come on over, miss? Here he is. I don't think they know, but I think they're important. I think you guys are kind of important tonight, don't you?
Sure. Go right ahead.
First of all, what we're doing tonight is, a lot of people have pins on, so we're going to ask you what the significance behind your pin is.
Well, my pin's just like what everybody else is wearing. It's a Masonic pin.
Okay. What do you guys like to say to Sam here tonight at his little party we're throwing for him?
I didn't know this was Sam's party.
Yeah, did you know it was Sam's party? You just thought you'd bring him out tonight.
Yes, nice.
Oh, we just have an excuse for a party. Any excuse.
What do you remember most about Sam?
He's noisy, loud, arrogant, cranky.
All those nice qualities in life.
Couldn't think of a better guy to be away from.
Would you like to second that? I'm sure you would.
No, he's a nice guy to be with.
Okay. Should we ask anything else, or are you gonna? That's it.
Oh, that's going to be it for me. I'm afraid to commit myself.
Be serious.
Okay, thank you. Here they come. Before they get dancing, we got to talk to these guys. How we doing?
We're doing fine, thank you.
Tell us, how was the dinner?
The dinner was super. Roast beef, just right.
Just right? What do you have, the in-cut, or what do you, how do you like your roast
I
beef?
like mine medium.
Medium. How about you, ma'am?
It was delicious.
It was delicious. You don't like to get in the camera there, do you?
No, she hates cameras.
She hates cameras. But listen, if you had a little something you'd like to say to Sam, what would it be?
Sam, he's a super individual. It's amazing what he can get out of a person that person doesn't know he really has.
Oh, that's something nice. Thank you. What are we singing over here? What are we singing? How are we doing?
I'm doing fine.
Doris, how are you? Can you sing this one for us, Doris?
This is a deal that's been cooked up, I'm sure, hasn't it?
Do you know the words to this one, Doris?
No, I don't.
Do you guys know the words to this one?
No.
Does anybody know the words?
Barbara does.
Do you guys know the words?
No, I don't know.
Billy knows.
He's a son of everything.
Listen, what would you like to say to Sam out there tonight?
What would I like to say to Sam?
We're having a great time here. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a marvelous party.
How long have you known Sam, actually?
Well, I personally haven't known him that long, but my husband has.
Is this your husband right here?
Robert, get on this.
Sam, I don't know Sam that well.
First of all, turn this way, sir. Turn this way. Look at the camera for me.
Who? Sam, now wait a minute, Sam. This is one of your best actors right here.
Who?
Now, Bob, try not to stutter.
How are you tonight?
Well, I'm
Wait, first of all, we've got another pin here, folks. What does this pin, what is the significance behind this pin, sir?
The pin?
Yes.
Well, that's the Royal Order of Justice.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's the ultimate, really.
It is the ultimate.
Ask Sam, he'll tell you.
Yeah, what would you like to say about it to Sam?
I think Sam is one of the worst fellows that I ever had to be a director.
Very nice, very nice. We'll let you go back to some dancing.
Girl, that rainy evening, I'll put you out. Well, what a fine day come going home. Why do it's a shame? Am I to blame? Will you baby? Come on.
we've got you both there together. How are things going here?
This guy's watch out, we're up.
Boy, Sam, they've all said really nice things tonight. I don't know, you must be some kind of a guy.
That's Sam.
This is Sam. This is the man right here. What did you want to say to your husband tonight here? Anything special? Or just... What did you want to ask Lillian and Sam here together while you got them together here?
While we
Back
got
up
Sam
a little bit. Back up for me.
Back up a little
Don't go this way. Come over here. Come over here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Everybody together.
Get it with our way.
Sam is one of the greatest people that we've ever met.
Sam's way.
Sam's way. He did it his way.
We're going to change the name of this song, then.
Yeah, this is Sam's song. Sam's song.
Excuse me. Here we get you folks over here. How you doing tonight?
Great.
Very well, thank you.
Well, now we've got... Is this another new pin? I think so. What is this?
Master.
What's the significance behind this pin, sir?
Past master of my lodge.
Okay, we're just getting all the pins and we're wondering what they're all doing here tonight. But we've got to get you to say a little something about Sam. That's the reason why we're here tonight, right?
A dictator, but great. Great.
Look right to the camera, sir.
Yeah.
How about you, man? What'd you like to say?
Well, I wish him luck.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Excuse me, did we get you folks on yet? I don't think so. How has Sam enlightened your life? That's what we need to know. Come on over here.
Sam is one of the greatest persons I've ever met. I started on the cast. I couldn't say 2 words on stage. He was able to teach me to stand up, speak up, and then shut up. So that's what I'm going to do now.
That's what he's going to do. Okay. Excuse us, folks.
That's where I found him.
George.
The wind and the willow flame, love's sweet melody, and all of those vows that we take, they were sweet melody. Oh, we're a part. We're a part of you. I love you, Sammy boy. Oh, we were a thrill. I'm blue baby. I know.
Excuse me, sir. I hear you're the organist. Is that it?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes.
What did you want to say to Sam here on his...
I love him.
How long
He's
have you known
the greatest.
Yeah, how long have you known him?
For quite a while. He's the greatest.
Okay. That says it all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, can I have your attention, please? Hey, all you guys warming up the back benches, come on. All right. Oh, you got to get like that. Hello, I'd like to be able to really welcome this whole group. In case you don't know it, you're all supposed to be workers in Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection. Okay? If you're not, leave your name, pay for the meal, and we'll see you later. But if you are, welcome. Everybody thought this was supposed to be a party for Sam. And I didn't know that. So we really thought we'd do something else because we really had a group that was trying out for the big leagues in terms of the acting field. And they had sort of set up a little routine that they wanted me to sort of sponsor them for. So they'd asked me to do several things, and I have to read it because they just gave it to me. What we're going to do is really tell you how the Lodge of Perfection goes about setting up their shows. And let's see. We got to do this. That's part of the game, right? We're supposed to tell the wives that this is what we do. So whatever it is, it's going to be clean. And what we're going to do is to sort of give you little understanding of the whole process of putting on a degree from the front end of casting and everything else. As probably everybody knows, Lodge of Perfection does 11 degrees, and you have to memorize 11 different plays, and that's a lot to memorize. So what we do is we select various people from degree to degree, and basically the officers get together and they have a casting meeting. And the casting meeting is really to pick out the victims that'll be the various participants in the play. We generally do this in an area near the Beef and Ale. The casting meeting lasts about 10 minutes, and we select about 50 people, and we get all the postcards and we get all the mailing out. The other 3 hours and 50 minutes of the casting meeting is spent at Sam's, and there's 8 stools that we sort of occupy, and you have their names fairly well engraved, and that takes care of that. So that's the casting. Now, naturally, what happens is some of the people we cast don't show up, and we get refusals from others, so we have to have another casting meeting. Now, this one only lasts 5 minutes, but it's still scheduled for 4 hours, and we sort of meet at the Beef and Ale again after that. Right? After we do that, what else do we do? We have a series of props. The stage crew worries about all the props. They get these things all set out. We've now progressed to the rehearsal night, and we're sort of waiting for everybody to show up. What happens is that Sam, our rehearsals are scheduled from 6 o'clock to about 8 o'clock, or 7:50, or 7:40, or 7:30. There's a little technique to that I'll explain to you. But it at least starts at 6. At about 6:02, in comes Sam, huffing and puffing, with as mean a look on his face as you could possibly imagine. And everybody's nervous because they don't know what Sam's going to say. They don't know what his mood is. And he's all going into that. So he mumbles, very distinct 4-letter words, and everything is clarified. But he does get into that particular end of this scene. Well, let's see. What else do we do then? By that time, his assistant, it's some Armenian name, Shabukchin, Sean, that's it. He's gotten everything all out of the way, and so Sam gets right in, and we get started. And Sean Shabukchin is really efficient. He gets things so that the rehearsal gets over with, and everybody can then go to the rehearsal dinner and go home. But, the Wang Center's got a big thing going, and the restaurant doesn't clear out till 8 o'clock. And the rehearsal's over at 7. You can't imagine how imperfect all those workers are. They have to go through an act again and again and again. So it's no wonder that come the 4th rehearsal, everybody is really letter perfect. And Sam doesn't have to worry about anybody because we've been through about 100 rehearsals about that time. So that sort of gets us down to where we are tonight. And tonight we're going to stage for you one of the degrees that Sam is so famous for, and it's, what degree is this? Well, one of the things it says, it looks like it's so much fun that on occasion people don't really ever come again. So there's where we are. Now, folks, I don't know what the second act here is, but it starts with Sean Shabukchin. And where are you, Sean? Help. It says here, call Sean. Oh, it says here, call Norman.
You'll find out what the second act is.
And for those in the back, this is going to be so great that if you could sort of move up, you can sort of see, hear, feel, and touch everything that's going on, right?
Thank you, John. All right, what we're going to try and do is put on a typical rehearsal. And seeing as how I'm shot, I'm going to call a roll call. If we can have a little quiet here. Roger Appel. Neil Murray. If we could have these people come forward, it would be appreciated. Lenny Pinot. Frank Scales. Al, I didn't hear anything from Frank. Are you here?
Just look, he's there.
Al Piper? Paul Miller? Ray Stevens? Wayne Hoyle? Harry Zawiski? I was going to say, I didn't hear Harry. And Sean?
Oil sneaking out, as usual.
Where is Sean?
Hi, Neil. How you doing, Al? Hey, guys. Hey, you're over here. Hi, Paul.
All right, gentlemen. We're waiting for Sam as usual. He should be here directly as soon as the next elevator arrives, I would hope.
We're all set here.
Everybody have their parts? And everybody has their parts memorized. I'm sure. All right, well, if everybody can take their places, let's see if we can get this thing underway. Sure, go right ahead. Feel comfortable.
Wait, I got it. That's consistent.
Yes, Frank? Where do you go? Where do you pause?
No, cheers.
Sure there are. There are 5 judges, 5 cheers. Go ahead. All right, gentlemen, if we can just sort of...
Where's David?
Now...
Where's David?
David isn't here tonight.
Pick where you want us, Al.
Hold on a minute.
Probably on the wrong side.
Al? Probably. Al? Like Mitch? It is. Thanks for giving me an update.
Mitch Lilly.
Not here.
Come on, Tiny.
Any other changes, Sean?
God, understudying it.
I've been very busy. I haven't had a chance to learn much.
What are you doing? Inventory? Inventory this time.
Sam is due momentarily, and we have our elite group here. I use that word very loosely.
Where's my
Sam has arrived.
Where's my ashtray?
Right here. Right there.
Where's Sydney?
Guys, I've got them all lined up for you. Right. See? How come so many empty chairs?
Well, we're not all here.
A lot of understudies for you tonight. All right, fellas, look, tonight we're just going to block it.
Should we stand up? Should we stand up?
No. You're going to block it? Not this. No, is this the first time you're doing this?
No.
All right. John, I want you to, what's your name?
John. I'm second judge.
Second judge. Okay. All right, look, we're just going to run
first
through.
name? Yes.
We won't be too long. Look, I got to get back to the restaurant tonight, so we're going to just do this very quick. We're going to block it off. So I want you to run through it. Tell them.
Out to the audience. Here's the mic.
Frank, you want to know if there's a long thing on it.
All right, we're just going to block this off. Sid, where's the ashtray, for Christ's sake?
Is this Grand Lodge? All right, so we're just going to block this off. So I know you know your parts. Just want you to run through it quickly.
Can we use the things?
Well, I don't want you to look at them too hard. I just want you to kind of, you know.
Can we cheat?
If you read it on your shirt cuff, I suppose you could. I don't
Want to go up front?
Yeah. Actually, I'd like to leave. So we'll just block it off. So I'm not going to interrupt too much with the words. I want you to, just kind of go through it very quickly. All right. So why don't we? All right, now, Mitch, when you start this thing, don't forget, we're just going to block it off, so you just kind of just sit there, and I want the rest of you to kind of look around, and he's the first judge, and don't forget, this whole scene is, and I don't want to say too much, but the whole scene is, Sheriff Baum is going to, he's a dirty SOB, and we're going to we're going to put him through the trial. And Amos has been suckered into this whole thing here. So we want, and I'm not going to say it much more. I just want to kind of lay it out for you here. And then, so we'll just block it tonight. And then finally, we'll just kind of, just so you're all comfortable where you are. I don't want you to look at the, because that's unimportant. I'm not going to comment on your ritual or anything, okay? All right, so why don't we start?
Can we start now? Sam, what do you want us to do tonight? Block.
We're going to block.
Are you ready?
Al, you've done this before, Al. You know what blocking is. All right.
I've done it before.
Oh, okay. All right, why don't we start and see what...
That's a good idea.
Go ahead. And I'll just kind of look at my notes, see if we get you lined up properly. Go ahead.
Where's the prompter? Can I borrow some?
Oh, prompter. Oh, yeah. We need a prompter, yeah.
Sit.
Yeah, George, would you prompt for me, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a book, but that's all right.
That's all right. Neither do they. So they won't know the difference. All right, go ahead.
I appreciate it.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. You got the first part.
Well, I can't see it. It says, you are now, where is he?
Oh, who?
The guy I'm talking to. There he is. Oh, there he is. Hey, Paul.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Eddie, will you stand... Ed, I want you to stand... Isn't it great? You know,
Wait a minute.
What?
That's Paul.
Paul who?
His name isn't Ed, it's Paul.
Oh, all right. What's the difference? All right, go ahead.
Okay.
That's great. Isn't he the guy that was potentate last year?
Yeah.
Geez, we got a new worker. That's wonderful. Oh, go ahead, Ed. Paul, go ahead, yeah.
You are now my brother for the first time.
Now, wait a minute, Mitch.
Okay.
I mean, we're blocking it, I know, but a little more emphasis on the you, because that's him, not, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, all right, good.
You.
That's it.
Are now my brother for the first time about to assume the responsibility of a provost and judge. And, you will be seated in the tribunal. You are to hear patiently, remember accurately, and weigh carefully the facts and arguments offered, it says here.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I got
Mitch,
it wrong. Wait a minute. My brother and associate, be seated in our council, and your probation is over. Receive your reward.
Oh, yes.
There's a seat over there for you.
Welcome. No, Paul, whatever your name is. I mean, you're a new judge, for crying out. Just pull it out like you know what you're doing. All right, little class here. All right, don't worry. We're just blocking it, so go right through, yeah.
Brother Ahisha, make due proclamation that this court is now ready to hear all complaints of oppression and injustice.
Shout, who the hell is Ahisha tonight? Come on, will you? Jesus, I thought you took attendance.
I did. No Ahisha tonight.
All right.
He's missing.
All right. Ray, double as Ahisha. Well, you can do the other part, too. It doesn't make any difference. Right. All right, go ahead, Mitch.
Is he going to do the part?
I don't know. Just do your part.
Admit all who will participate, Aisha. Bring them in, the guys that want to complain.
Go ahead, brother. Come in, get it.
Sit where you want us in here. Sit.
Why don't you come in first? They don't place you. We're blocking. Will you just come over?
I'm supposed to block you. Who's that? Look at the crowd. Who's that?
Wait a minute. What are you guys supposed to be doing?
We're the workmen.
Come on here.
Come on out here.
Amos.
I think you better run through that again.
That's Amos?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jeez, you did a lousy job last time. I don't know why you cast him again. I keep telling John I want pros. I don't want workers. These casting meetings without me all the time. All right, go ahead.
Okay, who was the first among you to seek justice from this tribunal?
My cause is first, I think.
Oh, I missed.
Who's that? Advance then and speak. Justice shall be given all. Or something like that. I'm right there. Okay.
What page are we on?
What page you on?
We're just blocking this. Will you get along with it? I mean, just kind of... All right.
My name is Amos.
Now, wait a minute, Roger. You're Jewish. Don't you know how to pronounce those names?
Amos. Did you tell me that?
I thought it was Amos.
Hey, Jack.
Amos and Andy. Where's Andy? Amos and Andy.
Wait a minute. I think it'd be better if you came on the other side of the stage. This stage is different from...
Okay.
Why don't you fellas come on from the other side because... where are they going? Just walk over there and, I think blocking's easy. Some of you people don't even...
All right, if we go.
Yeah, all right. Let's go. Come on. We got a lot to do tonight. All right.
I don't know. Is it?
Sheriff, for Christ's sake, I'll ask your advice when I need it.
Can we go back to who was the first?
All right, Amos, let's go. Stop, will you?
Come on, will you, Roger? Illustrious judges, my name is Amos. I'm master of the tribe of Manasseh.
Roger, what the hell's this dancing and shuffling? Told him not to cast you for crying out loud. All right, go ahead.
My name is... You want to start at the beginning?
No. Yeah, I know your name. We're just blocking it. Just move right along.
Several Master Masons, including myself. Began parts by Joe Everett, the acting provost, for stones to be cut for the wall near the...
That's provost.
Provost. For stones to be cut near the wall near the south gate.
All right,
on the day our work was to be...
All right, back up. We don't want to hear the whole speech. We'll just walk it through. Okay, first judge, Mitch, you go right up.
Turn the page.
Turn the page there, yeah.
32?
32, yeah.
Has Jeroboam, is that his name, Jeroboam?
Yeah.
Has he been brought before us to answer this charge?
No, wait a minute, Mitch. Well, look, whatever your lines are, that has Jeroboam, but a little more feeling with the... Let's go over that again.
Has Jeroboam been brought before us to answer this charge?
That's good.
Yes, I'm here. Hey, Sam, wouldn't it be better if I came in that side? These guys are upstaging me.
Is he in the wrong? He's in the wrong.
I don't want to be like Sid, but I mean, after all.
His foot is in the wrong.
Wait a minute. Sean's got a good suggestion. Why don't you let me direct?
I'm sorry.
Hey, Sam!
What?
We didn't do it like this the last time.
I don't care. We do it...
Hey, Sam.
I know, we got 4 directors now. I know it, Jim.
But it says right here, so, you know, the book says, you know, we're supposed to...
Good thing you're an officer, Neil. You know that? All right, let's move it right along now.
You want me to go over there?
No, just stay it for now. We may change it next week, but I want to get the... I just want to block it a little bit now, get the feel for it. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am here. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah, Joe Bone in the back, right here. Yes.
Yeah,
you say that. He has no charge. He has no charge.
I
have no charge.
What's the other guy? Shot.
You second? What's that?
What's his name?
I just said he has no charge.
Wayne. Look, get bigger than Roger. Will you back off downstage, upstage to the left there a little bit? Jesus.
Hey, Sam, I got to think about it. I can handle all these guys.
Wait a minute. You know...
Fine, we're all set.
Now, whoever's got, you know, what I'd like you to do is, whoever's got the line, come out front, say it, and then back into the group then. Wayne, you don't have anything to say. Stay back there.
I just said it.
Okay. All right, let's go on to...
Where is that? Bring in the keystone that we're talking about here so we can take a look at it.
It's right here. What's this? Is that the keystone here?
That's good.
That's great.
That's good.
Alex does a great job with these props. That's the keystone, all right.
Good.
All right.
The keystone over here so we can get out of there.
What,
No, the keystone should be over this.
I'll call you when I need you. All right, Jeroboam, you're part on page 33. It's illustrious judge. Let's go.
Illustrious judge, as Amos was last
Wait a minute. I didn't say excellent craftsmanship yet. For Christ's sake, you jumped over my line. I got one line. Can I say it? What happened? 2 pages. You skipped 2 pages.
We're just blocking, Frank. We're trying to...
But I got a line there.
All right, just memorize and you can do it next week.
I worked hard. I never...
Sam?
What?
A fellow apprentice must have worked on that stone.
That's my line.
Wait a minute.
Look, I can't read the script and direct at the same time. George, are you prompting this thing or what?
Excellent. Hey, my line is excellent craftsmanship. I didn't get to say it.
That's wonderful. You just did. All right.
You know how long I studied for that?
I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, third judge. Who's the third judge here tonight?
I'm doing both. I'm a Gemini. I'm doing 3 or 4 judges. 3 or 4. Where are we?
You ain't going to do any next week. What's going with the third judge?
4th.
Page 33.
I'm the 4th.
Good for you. 30, page 33.
Jeroboam, have you the plans and drawings with you from which you were about to work?
I certainly have.
Half a roll.
I won't get out there.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
Good place to be.
We'll work it out again later on. Yeah.
We're going to use this. Is this the real thing?
No, that's just for props tonight. Alex will have it next week.
And Amos. Who's Amos?
That's me.
Oh, have you yours?
Said, what the hell's he asking?
This judge, I do not accuse my brother Jeroboam for having been the one that took them, but I know no one else I could have taken those plans. Removing them. But have no reason for removing them. There you go. You just did it last week. I can't remember.
All right, okay, we're going to have to run over again. That's,
What's this judge? Speak up. Jordan, back over there?
I'm getting late.
No,
come on.
You're going to call the restaurant so we're going to tell you. All right, let's go up and I want to get a feel for the other guys to get into this because Mole calls? Okay. Mole calls, yeah. All right, let's get on page 34. I want to do 34 and kind of run through that because we're going to come back and do this again because we'll probably get through too early tonight anyway.
Page 34.
Page 34, first judge.
Sam, they're already,
and what do you have to...
They're ready for us now? I told him 8:30 for crying.
Now, let's go.
Wasn't there a show tonight? Oh, jeepers. Those terrorists will do anything. Okay, first...
And what do you have to say to this, Brother Amos?
I just do not see how this can be. I again claim that the craftsmanship upon that stone...
No, Roger, well, I know we're blocking, but I just want you to... I want you to use your downstage hand when you're upstaging and backstage foot when you're coming forward. That's it, that's better. Yeah. Relax. Just relax. Yeah. Be natural. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Don't fall. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
I just do not see how this can be. I again claim that the craftsmanship upon that stone is mine.
I never admit to it.
The acting promo was something.
Yeah, Roger, Sean's got a good suggestion for a change. The audience is out here.
Oh.
Thanks, Sean. That was good.
I just do not see how this can be. I again claim that the craftsmanship upon that stone is mine. The acting provost assigned the plan to me.
Provost.
The acting provost assigned the plan to me. Jeroboam is Joe Abbott is now seated among you. I beg of him to speak.
You have no need to accept this plea.
It
seems to me.
Can I borrow your glasses?
It seems to me.
George is prompting. If you forget the lines, he'll give it to you.
We're just blocking.
But I mean, we're blocking anyway.
You know that, George? Come on. Yeah. It says here, you have no need to accept this plea, illustrious judge. It seems to me...
No, Mitch. Illustrious judge, you have no need to blah, 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 blah. Kind of, right? Really good.
Yeah, good. You have no need, illustrious judge, to accept this plea. It seems to me he is attempting to turn one in our midst against the other. That's right. Yeah. Okay. To further this deception. However, you wish to make a statement, you are most welcome to do so.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, Ed, come on, now it's your big part.
That's George. That's Paul.
Paul? Oh, Paul, yeah.
Where are the judges?
Hey, Sean, was he the guy that was in Aleppo Temple or something? Geez, that's great.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't that good.
To listen.
Wasn't that good.
To learn. Being the neophyte among you.
Does he know his part of what?
No, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Look, George, prompting isn't easy, I mean, you have to, each individual, hesitates differently. So you have to kind of learn to each person, you know what I mean?
What did he say?
Give it hell.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Tell your potentate do it wrong.
go ahead, seventh judge there.
Brother judges.
You're a sucker, huh? You're going back and start.
No, look, we're going to block it from this side, so don't worry about the words. Go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah, you go ahead, yeah.
Brother judges, I have been content to listen and to learn. Being the neophyte
Tonight at all, or what?
But Amos... I'm not Amos. That's Amos over there. Never have I known Brother Amos to champion an unjust cause.
How well did you know him?
He seems so righteous and straightforward.
Paul, look, wait. I realize your first time with us, but I want you to act natural, okay? I mean, I want you to walk while you're talking. What you're doing is, you know what I mean?
He's dancing.
He's not dancing. Frank, I'll tell him what he's doing, but be comfortable doing what you're doing. Go ahead. Let's. I want to get, because he's new. The rest of you, go ahead, Paul.
Just because his plea is feeble, is it worth nothing? I wish there were some
proof that I might offer that would assist in a solution. It would be equitable, but I guess I'm supposed to wait.
First judge.
Are we down there already? Well, I feel that...
interrupt him here when he says bye.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't see that. Well, I missed my cue.
All right, we're just blocking it anyway, so just kind of get the...
I feel that Amos attempts to wrong his friend and brother by taking for his own benefit the work of Jeroboam's hands. He is thus good wrong all those who depend upon Jeroboam for their support.
That's okay. Well, you can get the feeling next week. Go ahead. You want to, you fellas, kind of the stake. You're hiding some of the judges. You want to just back up a little bit there.
Name off the stage. You want to talk about your name?
You know, but all of you kind of, get the hell off the stage. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Am I having the first judge?
Yeah, you too. Go.
You haven't done the other ones yet. What do you mean?
Have you not sworn never to defend a brother Mason? Oh, defraud, excuse me. But rather, you come to a say...
Frank, I don't interrupt too often, but, defraud and defend means two different things, you know what I mean? The whole idea of this thing is, he's looking after him, and he thinks he's no good, and he thinks he's pretty good, and you just screwed up the whole theory of the play here. Just one word did it. Now...
That's difficult for Frank to differentiate, really. There
you go. Is he the prompter or the critic?
No, just go ahead. Come on, let's move it along.
I'll just give it. I'll feed him the line. Answer me.
Illustrious judge, I only sought to protect that which was mine. I did not mean to cause any harm to Jeroboam. I shall not press my claim.
What a chicken shit.
Back again. I come here from the back of the room.
Give me a small room and we put it on next week anyway. Where are you guys going?
Illustrious judge, you're going to get a head start at Sam.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, can we leave?
Now, just... You're never going to get cast again.
Could the original plans for the wall and south gate be examined?
Well, who are you asking, Dick?
Why, yes, my brother. He asked me.
Oh, okay.
I think. Why, yes, my brother. You have the key. Let the jewel box of records be opened. But what is there further to decide concerning this cause? Amos does not wish to press his claim any further.
That's right.
Where's the jewel box?
Well, that's it. What do you mean, where is it? Alex, right there.
Save a wit. You just threw something out of it.
This guy. Illustrious judges.
Where are we?
What page are we on, Sam?
Teach me.
You're supposed to know your parts. We're just blocking tonight. You shouldn't have to worry about your script.
I know what I got here.
35.
Did I lose that?
Yeah, really see.
You gave me a lot of plans to assign
a little late
workmen,
tonight, don't you
which
think
I did, and I developed
we'll move
my own to do that. And I assigned Amos the letter Aleph and Jeroboam the Tau Cross.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. Doesn't say
What page are we on?
What page are we on?
I'm down at the bottom.
I'm in good shape if that's the case.
I got it now.
I'm not in trouble anymore.
Illustrious judge, we must move on. I fail to see what this...
Well, don't you see? The plans are in the box.
Alex said he'd be here next week with the right props,
This is marked with Amos's mark.
That looks like my toilet paper, no?
If the plans for this stone were given to Jeroboam, it would be marked with his mark.
What mark do you find upon in that box?
Don't tell him.
Charming.
Okay. All right, let's go to page 38. I want to run through that last part there very quickly.
Where are we now?
All right.
Are we going to let the way-head guy...
Fourth judge. Which one? Fourth.
It's you, Al. Which part?
All right, we're going to start at the top of bottom of page 38. Let's Frank?
Yes. That's mine. That's mine.
What do you want me to get now?
I want you to get lost over here now.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Frank.
His sin will be punished by
Wait a
fire.
minute, it's my line.
Oh,
Illustrious judge, you speak with great conviction on this matter. Do you deem it fitting that so evil a man should remain among us?
Yes.
alas.
By the time you get up.
I speak from tragic experience.
Oh, what a ham, you know?
I myself have sinned deeply.
Yeah,
Not you,
All right, we're going to, all right.
You want me to get on there?
Yeah, let's, Jeroboam.
Sam, on my knees.
No, I don't care what you're on, just get down.
I got my new suit on.
Well, kneel on the jewel box there.
Hey, Sam!
I'll kneel on this. Got another one?
It's this big line.
I have
All right, hold on. Okay, all right.
Out of the depths.
Oh, out of the depths.
Don't crush the shaman.
All right, Al, I want you to get to that last part there. Illustrious judges, I plead. Bottom of 39 there. You got it?
Illustrious judges, I plead that this man, that this my buddy, be given the opportunity to repent through repentance and reparation.
You can't hear out there.
So that he might be worthy to sit down here among us in the future.
We can't hear him out there. He's what the hell is that? I know, we'll have to start. All right, okay. Let's go.
Here, Jeroboam Ben Nebat. Yeah. I hope that you have listened carefully to the story of moral regeneration revealed to you.
Regeneration? The last sentence. What say you? What say you?
It demonstrates for all of us to whom we should turn for forgiveness. You are to make proper restitution of the property you have taken and make over to the famed family of Amos the amount of his wages of which they have been deprived.
What say you?
Say you, illustrious judges.
Hang him.
I think you ought to kill the son of a bitch.
The judgment is approved. You are free to go. Whether shall I go?
No, Neil, I want you to...
Lost my brother.
Wait, I want you... All right, Roger, I want you to... Stop the dancing.
Where shall I go?
Get back over... Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Where else but with us, my brother?
Forgiveness! Jehovah! Because we're going to kick your ass.
Thank you. That was a great rehearsal, and next week we won't. We know we blocked it off now, and.
Don't deny me.
No. That's right. You got your closing part. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My brother, ages and customs may change, but time does not. But the lessons of truth, justice, and mercy are timeless, and never change.
All right, freeze. The curtain comes down.
Now you can understand why Sam's hanging it up. Right? I understand from the family that life is a lot better, both in the store and at home, since he doesn't have to go down and put up with this good professional workmanship on a regular basis. Things are so good that some of his family has come here to see him today, and I think this is the first chance they've had really to witness his work, and now they understand why he's in the condition he's in. And let's see, part of that family is Sheila is over here. Sheila is Sam's daughter.
Stand up.
Stand up. Sheila's accompanied by Dana and Sheila. Then there's a son, Bob Bellows. And a sister-in-law, depending on how you look at it, Helen. Let's see, one of Sam's daughters, Pam, could not be here tonight, and she sent a telegram which says, "Dear Daddy, regrets we cannot be there. Know that my heart is. I'm so proud you're my dad. Love, Pamela and Jack." So we'll say that. For those that know Aaron, you sort of know that Aaron has a tendency to express himself rather voluminously. And he sent me a 3 or 4 page letter, and that gave me the instructions of what to do with the 2-page letter. What I decided to do was really to condense the 2-page letter and to really tell Sam that Aaron, as a thrice potent master of Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection, had a lot to do with his appointment as a director in Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection, and that all he did, though, was to add to the work of the other past thrice potent masters that preceded him. Aaron takes credit for establishing the title of Director of the Work for Sam, and I'd like to invite J. Philip Berquist to come up and talk about that, if he can still walk.
Somebody said 5 minutes and they can go to hell. In behalf of the past thrice potent masters, I have a couple of stories to tell. I think Don Bishop and I, and we should give a little history. Don Bishop and I worked with...
You gotta kiss it, Phil. Get close.
Don Bishop and I, that's better. That's better. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you? Good. A little history. Don Bishop and I worked with Sam over 30 years ago. And I hesitate to tell you how, but really, no. Thank you. That came later. But Sam was senior deacon of Boston University Lodge, and there was a Hellenic Square and Compass Club, so-called. It really wasn't. There were very few Greeks involved, more Jews and Swedes and roving Englishmen and so forth. But at the time, Dawn and I were very impressed with the work that Sam did in that body. And some years later, we discovered that Sam had acquired a restaurant, and I won't go into the manner of that acquisition. But what it was, fellow owed him some money, and so Sam went into the restaurant business. Never cooked a thing in his life. And it was a pretty shoddy operation, really. The only thing that he had that attracted the customers were a bunch of waitresses who didn't wear bras. Well, Dawn remembers. But we were impressed with the work that Sam had done in BU Lodge, and Ken Park, who is here tonight, was really responsible, along with myself, in persuading Sam Spilius to join Scottish Rite. Believe me, now Ken had been working on it for years, but he really didn't have the persuasion. Now Ken Park is the jeweler for Grand Lodge. He is the jeweler for Scottish Rite. A crook, but nevertheless. Now,
That isn't
but anyway, it took me about 2 weeks, and Sam had joined Scottish Rite. So immediately, Don and I felt that this guy really is an actor. I won't characterize it any further than that, but he is an actor, and we got him on stage in perfection. And among the parts that he played was a king. And Don Welch, who isn't represented tonight except by us, is in Florida, would have been here if he didn't like Florida so much. And he and Sam were playing opposite each other as two kings. Now, there is a line which Don says to Sam, "You promised me 20 cities." And we have always kidded over the years about somebody's going to screw up some night and say, "You promised me 20 and so every time that Don Welch came into Sam's, and this is the old place, he'd sit down and Sam would come over and he would say, "Where are my 20? Well, this had gone on for several months. We were at a casting committee meeting one night and came to Sam, sat down. Sam was prepared. As Don Welch came in and sat down, Sam came over. And Don said to Sam, "Where are my 20 titties?" And Sam reached into his pocket and he pulled out a little whistle. And he very carefully blew the whistle. And at that point, 8 waitresses surround, and remember how they were dressed. T-shirts, no, and they stood around standing like this. Sam said very carefully, "Will 16 do?" Let me tell you one other story, which characterizes Sam perhaps better than that, because he's always prepared. But I came home from the hospital after a rather serious operation, got in the house about 11 o'clock in the morning, and perhaps had no sooner sat down in the kitchen when there came a knock on the door. It was Sam Spilius with a baked stuffed lobster. So there are two sides to Sam, but you saw the real side tonight with Champ. It's a great pleasure to present in behalf of the officers of Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection, certainly the past thrice Bowdoin Masters, and there's a story that goes along with that title, but I won't tell it tonight. A very small token of appreciation for the tremendous job that Sam has done, both on the stage and off the stage, for Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection. And I would be remiss if I did not say that Sam has not only worked in perfection, but as is true in so many cases, the best of perfection very often is stolen by some of the other groups that we have association with. Now, I wouldn't mention any names, but there are two past commanders-in-chief of Massachusetts Consistory here tonight, both of whom got their start where it really counts. And those of us who have maintained that loyalty over the years, including Sam Spilius, really are proud of that which Sam has accomplished. Sam, get your ass up here. I hate like heck to do this, but I've got to read this thing. This is a citation which I hope Sam will place in an appropriate place over the hopper. Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection, ancient accepted Scottish rite. This citation hereby appoints Brother Sam Spilius, 32nd degree, Meritorious Service Award, Director of the Work Emeritus, for the time and effort he has given to the order and to Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection in particular. April 26, 1986. Is it the right date? Okay. Attested, and it is signed by John G. Moy, thrice Potent Master, W. Bradford Chase, Jr., Deputy Master, Norman M. Holcomb, Senior Warden, Neil K. Murray, Junior Warden, by Lawrence Emerson Eaton, past thrice Potent Master, Donald A. Welch, past thrice Potent Master, J. Philip Berquist, past thrice Potent Master, Aaron R. Davison, past thrice Potent Master, Donald S. Bishop, past thrice Potent Master, Philip M. Turner, past thrice Potent Master. Sam.
Just the way. Not yet. You'll get your chance. That presentation was primarily on behalf of the past thrice Potent Master and the officers, but it certainly wouldn't have been possible without the workers, because that's what this whole organization is all about. It's really the dedicated performance of the workers. And what the workers have done is to pull together a contribution so that whenever you're at home, you'll have something that you know was given to you by the workers themselves. And if there's a way for me to get it over here, Sam, why don't you step over here, Dan? I'll see it. Yeah, we block it perfectly. You just sort of in the wrong place. Start. Is that second? Okay. That's everything you said. Sam, from the workers of Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection. Now that it's wrapped, you're going to have to unwrap it because it gets done right here.
Lily, you want me to save that?
You're going to save the paper.
Are you going to save the paper?
Sears and robots.
Sears and robots.
Why is it ticking?
We always economize, you know.
Sorry, you're the contest.
My son would know better than I.
It's a good one.
Sam, there's a girl.
The microphone.
I think they call it a VCR. My son. Now I can sit home, do my own movies, and watch myself all night.
Another block, Sam.
Well, you've really made out.
We can make a lot of movies now. A lot of tapes,
Avec soin, which means manipulator without sound or with sound, right?
With sound.
With sound, right? So I guess this must be the audio system.
No, that's the tape. A lot of them. Microphone, Sam.
I'm not that familiar with the technical aspects of this. I can't thank you enough.
Stage left.
Lock it, Sam.
It's beautiful. My son says these are the tapes that go with this, and I'm going to very, very thoroughly enjoy all of it. You have to come over and show me how it all works.
I haven't figured out my own yet.
You can leave it there. We'll charge you again for the space. Don't you want to introduce everybody to Lillian? I would think that just sort of...
Lillian? About 36 years ago, like 4 years before I married you, I joined Masonry. And one thing you had to put up with when I proposed to you, you were the big love in my life, the only mistress you ever had to concern yourself with. Masonry, my other love. There isn't a woman in here, very one of my workers, that doesn't appreciate and understand what Lillian had to do. All wives had to put up with our egos and our particular love. And without her, I wouldn't be standing here right now. And while I'm standing here, can you guys hear me back there? Perfection, they always say no speeches or the short of the brief. Well, I'm sorry, not tonight. I didn't expect this. I honestly did not expect this. And I felt like a little boy. I felt like 36 years ago when I stood like all of you, most of you, all of you, in fact, in the northeast corner of a lodge, and some master admonished me to snap to and be a just and upright Mason, and here I am. 36 years, and Phil brought out some things that I would have dwelt on, and he cuts me down. It's 36 years, and I promise I won't spend more than 5 minutes per year. But I met him in the middle 50s working for BU, and the reason I met him, he used to come down from Dalhousie Lodge. He was the inline himself at Dalhousie and Don Bishop. Because in those glory, he came down with Monty Basvis, Judge Monty Basvis, for whom I served as junior warden. And he used to bring Don Bishop down and Phil, and they could do anything from tile the outside door, so help me on a moment's notice, or take the senior warden station. Because in those days, we were raising 30-odd candidates a year, believe it or not, in the glorious 50s. And we needed all the help we could get. We'd open the lodge at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In those days, it's a pendulum, and it swings ever so slowly, but it swings. And God bless Masonry. We had our dark moments. Those were the glorious 50s, and they're coming back. It's a good thing, and it's not going to disappear. But that's how I met Phil. Well, they put me to work right away at BU, and I became master and so forth. And one thing he left out, he hinted at it, when he mentioned the Atlantic Square and Compass Club. Well, he told you, I was sick and tired, and he said they were everything but Greek. We used to introduce him as Phil Bacopoulos and Don Bishopoulos. And I love being senior deacon. Anyhow, when I opened this notorious restaurant you hear about, I had to drop out for a while. It takes an awful lot. And then after I got settled down, my good friend over here, Ken Park, I talked him into joining York Wright, believe it or not. I got him drunk up at the bar. And he joined York Wright. And he got even with me. He got back at me. And he nagged me, and I said, well, I will, next year. And he just got on my back, and he got me back into service. And I joined Scottish Rite. I also belong to York Rite, like most of us. We belong to everything. And he taught me into it. And I met my old friend, Berquist again, and Don Bishop, and a lot of other people that knew me from the old days. And immediately they put me to work. Phil then was, I think, deputy TPM, or what do you call him, deputy master. Welsh was the TPM. And when Phil took over, he demonstrated the brilliance for which he's well known and asked me to direct my first degree. Every consummate actor, and I think I am, good or bad, dreams of directing. You not only portray one part, you mold the whole thing together, and you're everything. And it's very flattering. And for, 4 2/3 administrations at 3 years apiece, I did this. And for my good friends over here at Consistory, I acted for them. They have the bigger parts, And I also directed some of their degrees. It was a labor of love. I enjoyed it. I worked hard, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it had its rewards. What other capacity can you serve in Masonry when you look at TPM square in the eyes and you say, hey, you, get up. Sit down. What's that? I can't hear you. Speak up. So there were moments that compensated. The acting part of it, I always loved. I did it. My sister will attest. At Latin school, the only thing I ever passed was declamation. I was a ham. And as I grew older, what it affords you to do is to escape, how do you say, the daily grime of life, the reality of bringing up a family, a business. It allowed me that Don Quixote-ish flight into fantasies, something I could just get away from everyday life, and for 4 weeks rehearsal, whatever part they gave me, I could be a king, a pope, a sultan, an aspiring knight. And I loved every blessed minute of it. When you direct, however honored and flattered you are, to be honest with you, after you get over the ego of it all, it does not offer, in my case, the same escape. It brings with it the same responsibilities that I tried to get away from. And though I enjoyed it more than I can ever express, there comes a time when you had it. And not regretfully, but wistfully. And also I look out there and all my proteges you saw. Oh, I'm so proud. These wonderful Shakespearean sort of hands. And I feel I had accomplished something in my time. And it was time that I stepped down and let some of my talent take forth. Now, I'm not going to disappear. I'm semi-retired. I'm down to 58 hours a week, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I would like to take a part here and there. There's Masonic rolls are full with old kings and old judges, and you name it, they're all old. And I'm sure they have a part for me somewhere. And I would be only too glad to step in once or twice a year and pick up where I'm leaving off tonight. There's only one problem. All my proteges out there, and one fellow from consistory wrote me, he said, well, I am Sam Train. I really love that. Our name is Ed Braley. And he couldn't be here tonight, and he sent me a beautiful letter. And I made him, and he used his George Washington stationery. I had the privilege of directing him 3 or 4 times. Things like that. My ghosts are out there. And everybody's done a part that I've either done or wish I could. But my proteges, my trainees, Sam's boys are out there. And every actor instills into a particular character like no other actor can do. That's why witness Archie Bunker, Columbo. Nobody can take their place. And I am confronted with the same thing. And I will illustrate. Many old parts, like, is it our 6th degree? I'm not good with numbers. I know, and I don't need a prompter. They'll tell you that. My actors will. I think it's our 6th degree, the new one, or 7th, in there about. And it's about old King David, an evil man, a man of war, his hands stained with blood, in the very latter part of his life, ready to die, guilt-ridden, and concerned only with whom of his many sons would take his place. And Ray Stevens did this part. Ray was wondering all night when I was going to get around to it. Ray did this part. And here are my ghosts, my Masonic ghosts. And Ray chose not just to portray him as an old, irritable, irascible old king. He also chose to portray him, and you'll forgive me, as a man who over the years had a constant bout with constipation. And diarrhea. And when the curtain went up in the 3rd scene, King David makes his entrance from extreme stage left, and he's old and senile, and 2 members of his court are holding him up, and the throne is on the extreme stage right. You got it. And Ray looked, well, King David, it's not Ray really, it's a pot. And he looked at that throne, and he said, oh, my throne, hurry, get me to my throne. And they, hurry, my throne, get me to my throne. And they hustled him over, and they gingerly turned him around, they sat him down. And what an actor. Ray, oof. Oh, it's so good to be on my throne. And he turned to his good friend Hiram, and he said, I've been reigning from this throne for 30 years. Well, you got the message. There's nobody here from the ritual committee, and our activist here. A director is not supposed to change any lines. He can change the mood, the interpretation. But we're not supposed to change the actual ritual. That's what gives it its perpetuity. In this instance, and I don't care if Jim Farr was sitting right there, I would admit that I changed those lines. I told Ray, you can reign, you can govern, you could administer, but don't tell us from where. Ray was very good at this part. There's only one other part he does better now, famous 11th degree. That's our pet at the Lodge of Perfection. I don't know whether it's a Kinadab or a Benadab, you'd think I know by now. But on a desert scene, he wakes up after a fierce night with his buddies of drinking and whining and dining. And Ray gets up and he goes, oh, my head, what time is it? It was so real. You'd swear he'd lived that part. And while we're on the 11th degree, and that is our pet, as I said, I don't want to quit. I think of all the roles I would like to do in that, but I never had the chance, being the director, not the actor. What man my age wouldn't like to be young again? Incidentally, for the ladies present, it's the only degree that touches on romance. We mention a woman, it's a subplot. One of the subplots is the rivalry between beautiful Jonathan, a young, honest, hard-working, not very prosperous, but hard-working, upright Mason, as opposed to this young, but lecherous, cruel tax collector, up and coming. And who's going to win beautiful Tamar's hand in marriage? And at my age, to get back on stage
no way.
And win Tamar. Now, I had Billy Manchester. He's not here tonight. And those of you in the shrine, Paul would know him. You all know him. I put Billy in there. Now, I'm not as young as Billy. I'm almost as good looking. And I would love to do that part again. But my ghost, my Masonic ghost, my proteges. Well, when I first cast Billy, Billy came on stage, went up to Tamar's father, and he looked at him and he said, I want to marry your daughter. And the father looked at him and said, and how are you going to support her? As opposed to the famous Nadab. And he says, my lord, with these hands, with my bare hands. Now everybody, the father turns him down the first time around, and everybody thinks it's because he preferred the rich and up-and-coming Nadab. And that's not true at all. The poor guy thought he was going to go out and rob the temple. I worked on Billy for a few years, and he had a chance to do it again, and I swear, if Billy were here, he wouldn't be angry. He asked for the same man 3 years later as graciously, you know, like that. There's only one problem. I think I went a little too far. And that beautiful 11th degree, how about Ben Hassan? Now, I did that years ago. And it's a very funny part. Ben Hassan was a very rich man and loved, old enough I could do the part, and loved to corrupt tax collectors, bribe them, not pay his taxes. And I did that years ago for John Hall, 3 years in a row, in fact. And it's a very funny part, and I used to get my share of the lots. I was a lot younger then and a lot thinner. And I used to, on the building, you know, the desert scene, there's a line where he turns to his servant Ellie and he says, Ellie, the wind, Ellie. You know how I hate the wind? And they laughed. I think they were afraid that if somebody opened the stage door, it would have been drawn off the air. Now, my Masonic ghost again, there's Mitch Lilly, your first judge tonight. He became quite famous at that. And how can I compete with this big ham? When he sits down to have his supper and complains to the same servant, Ellie, feed me or I shall waste away. And then, of course, oh, incidentally, when we're talking about Jonathan, you talk about hope for the future, and he's not here, and it's the Jewish holidays, and it's understandable, and I thank those of you who did that for me. We have a new kid called Barry Karras, who's been very involved professionally during his life with acting and showbiz. And he did what Billy Manchester had done for 3 years. And I can say there's hope for the Lodge of Perfection in the future. The kid's beautiful. He's a hell of an actor. And if there ever was one to demonstrate his love for Masonry, Barry is the only pro I know turned amateur. One more part, and it would be remiss of me to neglect it. In all the Scottish Rite degrees, and I've done most of them, I've been involved in one form or the other, is Nadab. I don't know how many lines, 200 to 180, but it's not the lines, it's the entry in that. He's the cruel, abusive, lecherous, you name it, tax collector in this 11th degree. And what a part. The entries alone, by entries I mean to the uninitiated, it's the cues. He's in every scene from the time the curtain goes up until it's all over with. And if there's a protege I'm very proud of, it's Sid Shapiro. Where are you, Sid? That kid couldn't turn around when I first met him. And he got me in more trouble with John Campbell and consistent than I did mention. But anyway, he does such a fabulous job. There's only one made up, like one on Chief Bunker, another singer. If I had only any complaint at all, he's typecast. Now, Sid has done a lot of parts, a lot of things. But some are good at some things, and, you know, I I'd love to be Nadab. But I am not. I mean, Sid, he beats people in the square. He lies to Tamar's father. He belittles his henchmen. He calls them idiots, idiots. Now, I could do all that. But my crew knows, being the gentle, patient, tolerant soul, that I just couldn't do justice to that power. And Sid, I'm sorry, I don't wish to offend you, but you make a natural villain. Consistory will back me up. I've been a pope for them. You had big parts for them. Benedict Arnold. And he was no angel.
But hey there.
Imagine, Pope. Consider it. Wouldn't that be something? Sidney Shapiro the First. All right. So where do I go from there? I can go to consistory and maybe they'll let me be a pope again. All popes are old. But there's one part I did for them. One of my favorite parts, and that was General Lafayette in the George Washington degree in his latter years when he's going back to France, never to return to this country. And I look at any prospective director out there, maybe they'll consider me. And I'd like to audition for them right now. Yeah. And at the same time, perhaps I can convey what I feel. And to do so, I'm going to paraphrase his opening lines in that George Washington degree, and I'm going to do it with a Greek-American continental accent, as the Frenchman. And he starts off and he looks at Washington, and this time I look at Phil, I look at all of you, I look at, there he is, John, and I say to you, John, and mes amis, all of you, it is with a heart overflowing that I respond to the words spoken by this great and good man and your gracious attendants, towards whom my feelings are not just those of a Freemason, not just those of a co-actor, big shot director, but those of a truly humbled, well rewarded, infinitely grateful, forever and ever I'll remember this night, and I thank all of you.
Well, my friends, I think Sam said it all for himself, and any more is probably anticlimactic. So I hope that I'm really thankful that all of you came. I really want to thank my officers who had every activity put onto this. I had nothing to do with it, and I was away for the whole time it was planned. So I want to thank all of my officers who have put this thing together, and I really thank Sam for all of us for his many years of service to Boston Lafayette Lodge of Perfection. Hope I'll see all of you, talk to you the rest of the night, and I'm sure the band's going to be back, and have a good time.
One, two.